Hi there and welcome back to chapter 5, lecture number 13. We continue with the middle part of the building and adding some window frames in the middle because right now it looks a bit empty. So we switch to the second layer and we append the window frame from chapter 4 from the library file. Append. And there it is. So we want to use this in layer 1 and drag this to the middle. We want, if we look at the sample, 1, 2, 3, 4 frames right there. So let's tweak it. So I put this right there so we have the same space on top and the bottom, and then we drag this a bit so it feels good. And make it a bit smaller because now they are a bit too wide. We need to change that. Cool. The next step is you go to the modifiers and do a mirror, apply a mirror. It works a bit different than chapter 4 where we used an array and removed the sides. In this part I like to do it a bit different, adding 2 mirrors for creating 4 window frames. And how that works I will show you now. So select the whole window, bring this to the left. Then we select the right part and enable clipping. So it clips right now. If you disable clipping, it will just go through it. Clipping, and when you clip, it sort of uses a magnet and merge them together. So that's great. But now it's way too thick. So we select the left part and we make this a bit smaller. So we have the same thickness as these parts. Right, looks very good to me. So I want to make this left part also a little bit smaller. Well, not that small. Okay, use this and apply. I want to remove the middle face because there's a sort of a double one, X face. You won't see anything, but it's just for optimization. In fact, we want the same for the rear, but there is no rear. Well, that's great. We already did that. And we add a new mirror. Sometimes I talk too fast. All right, and we clip this again. Clipping and merge them. And merge them a bit more. So like this. 4 frames, move this to the right, and you can see it's a bit too wide, so we apply this. And same for these, remove the middle face. Select everything as and scale this just a little bit, or else it looks stretched. And move this to the middle. Well, inside of the big hole. Yes, press R, X to turn this a little bit, because we turn this a little bit forward and we do it again. We need to apply some of the ornaments as well. So we have the frame, but if we apply material and it needs to load the text, you will see seams, and yeah, we have that before. So we need to tweak that and select the vertices, the front for these, go to the UV image editor and align these, make it a bit smaller. So if there's one thing I don't like, that's seams. Really breaks the illusion. So quick preview. This one has a lot of seams. Oh, then go for a new projection. That doesn't work out. Of course, it's a blend texture, so it can happen. It's the other one is causing a problem. But this looks good. So we now select the window. This is all the windows. What is a good idea? Control L, Shift D, P, selection, select again, set origin, origin to geometry, That fixed the problem. Drag this over there. Press N, checking the scale. Is good. Yeah, sort of second nature, checking the scale. I mean, as long as you check it, you don't do it wrong. You can drag this a little bit to the left. All right, maybe lower this part. And in edit mode, you duplicate this. Yes, and one more time. And we need 1, 2, we have a challenge. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows and 3 windows right now. But to be honest, I think it fits better if we have 3. I mean, it's easy to fix. You can add another one and scale this backwards. Like, it's no problem. We have smaller ones. So let's say it's up to you what you prefer. If you want 3 windows, that's fine. But I prefer 4. It's not that that's the best solution. It's just a matter of taste. That's also something I want to learn you, that you can switch your opinion about things. Like, hey, receive some feedback from people say you're not preparing your course, you're just doing things. And well, that's totally not true. I prepare everything, but I really like to model things with sort of the flow, how things go. Because if I prepare everything in detail and we do it, it feels like I'm a robot. And now I'm facing problems, what is up very normal. Well, I won't even call it a problem, but it's just what happens. And how do you deal with it? I mean, what do you do? That's so interesting. So don't take it wrong that is not prepared. I know what I'm going to model, but there needs to be some freedom during the process. So yeah, that's something I want to tell you. Okay, so these windows are a little bit backwards, so we move them inside. And same as we did with the, we need to turn them a bit. And this is interesting. Control L, drag them. These have no frames, so what we will do, we select the top, so they're merging with the top. Okay, but these have frames, so these need to be inside. Good. I saw this one has a little bit of extra space. Turn it right there. Good. Maybe a bit more. Nope. Empty spaces are killing your scene, so try to put it right there. So a quick overview. We have the frame and the windows, and it looks like it's becoming a building, all right? So if we compare this with the old one, it's getting way more good looks. I mean, we need to do a lot. Like in the next lecture, we're focusing on this top part and starting with the roof. So we need to do a lot of things, but well, we get somewhere. This advanced building is getting somewhere. Okay, I'm repeating myself. I'm ending this lecture, and I hope to see you in the next one where we continue this process. Okay, bye bye.